How is everyone doing? My name is, of course, ValueTV from the TheGamingControl YouTube channel. I hope you are all doing well. Right now, in the background, as you can see, this is Battlefield Bad Company 2. Thought I'd take it old school for once, for a change. And it was on sale on Steam, which didn't hurt my cause. So, I'm not a noob, and I'm not buying the older game. I have all the Battlefields. I've played all of them. But Bad Company 2 was the first one I ever played, back in the wee days of 2009. So, just thought I'd take it back. Take it back for a change. I did play it on Xbox, not on Steam. Back when, console gaming was the thing for the thing. So, as I was saying, don't know what I was saying, but this is a series that I'm starting called Best Battlefield ? As you can see, the question mark is I'm asking a question. I'm not saying this is the best Battlefield. So, throughout all these series and episodes, or this one series, I should say, I'm on the quest to find the best Battlefield, point out its flaws, and find the best possible Battlefield out there. Of course, I will be updating it once Hard Luck comes out in January, I think? I don't know. I think it comes out January, sometime then. I will look it up later. Now it's going to consist of Battlefield Bad Company 2, not 1, because ain't nobody got time for that. Battlefield Bad Company 2, Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, and Battlefield Hardline when it eventually comes out. I do own all 3 games, so I won't have to purchase them, which is a good bonus. So, starting out about Battlefield Bad Company 2, which is what we're going to be focusing on. One thing I do enjoy about Battlefield Bad Company 2, first of all, when I first joined the game, this is actually my first game in the background, by the way. I do love recon on all Battlefield games, and I much prefer being a sniper. This is the M24 Desert. But you're not here for that. You're here for my amazing commentary. 10 out of 10. Would commentary again. Commentate. Whatever. Just listen to me. So, first thing you notice whenever you join is it does auto-detect as one of those games. Most games are. But this is a quite a older engine, so I was impressed by that. So, I join and immediately notice that I start out with 200 frames on max settings. This game, of course, as you can probably tell, runs on a different engine than Battlefield 4, the latest one, and Battlefield 3. So, first thing I noticed was the frames, like I said. Not as much stuttering. There's a lot of good stuff I like about this game, the frames being one that I don't have to worry about it. Because whenever I purchase a Battlefield game, whether it's, I've purchased 3 first, back a long time ago on PC. That was the first thing I was worried about. I was like, can my PC run this? Am I gonna be good to play this? Am I wasting my money just to figure out that my game lags and I'll have to upgrade more parts in my computer? I'm actually very impressed that I purchased this game, or I ran this game, and had no trouble whatsoever. So, that's a good thing that every game needs to have, is good framework. I'm glad it does. So, also another thing that this game has over mostly Battlefield 4, not as bad as Battlefield 3, but I didn't notice it at all in this. You probably can't tell because my sniping is the worst ever. There is almost no netcode lag. Like, for example, on Battlefield 4, say you have a sniper, you headshot someone. They drop immediately. And I know it looks like that to you, but you have to agree with me here. You shoot them, it takes them a couple seconds to die. They drop like flies instantly because they try to make it more realistic in Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 as well. Also, netcode again, as I was saying, you don't get killed around corners as much because of course it's run on a different engine. Not Frostbite engine, which is Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 is run on. I wish I could elaborate more on that, but I don't know much about the engine. Another thing I like about this game is it's really rewarding for some reason whenever I land headshots or anything, for example. One thing I do not like, I'm going to go over the flaws of this game, and if you, obviously this is just my personal opinions on it. Okay, so, first, I don't like, even though I bought this through Steam, I don't like that it uses a separate friend request. I wish it would just go through Origin if it's going to make me do all that. I have to sign in with Origin anyway, so I don't know why it's on Steam in the first place. I mean, a lot of games do that, but didn't see a point to it, because I don't know why an EA game is on Steam in the first place, because I just nated myself right there, but so I don't see why I have to do that. It took, and it's not very self-explanatory, so it took me quite a while to actually get into a server browser and everything, because if you quick play, then you are never going to find a game, as far as I'm concerned. The only games you find, you're in there by yourself, or you're facing one other person, because they're sitting in a server by themselves. So you have to go to server browser. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, I'm just fixing my melee button, because I threw a grenade at a door and killed myself, so that was cool. But another thing I don't like about this game is kind of the movement of it, and the bullet drop itself. The movement part is, I don't know if you can tell, but, and you probably can't from my gameplay, if you're moving up and left and right, you can't strafe when you're running. I'll give you an example. Say your finger is on the W key, you're running, got that nice headshot by the way, you, say your finger is on the W key, you're running forward, and you try to do an A key to kind of run diagonal. You cannot do that. It will not let you, for some strange reason. I don't know, I think it's just the engine's runoff. Sadly, I'm very sad. But this game was in 2009, back when mechanical keyboards weren't really a thing. I do use a Razer mechanical keyboard, so it can track kind of motion a little bit easier, but back then, people had keyboards where if you push more than 3 buttons at a time, and you pretty much, your system would crash. Not really, I'm kind of exaggerating, but you know, you'd hear that ding, you get sticky keys and all that kind of mess. But another thing don't like is bullet drop. Not bullet drop being too much, or yeah, just being too much. It's not too much. I feel like it's none at all. It's barely any, if there is any. I feel like the snipers just outweigh this game in every single way. No matter what, there's always going to be more snipers than there is assault and infantry. And I'm showing you that here because I am playing sniper, or recon I should say. Bullet drop is almost nothing. You don't really have to worry. Don't know why I just knifed in midair, but you don't really have to worry about bullet drop at all. You don't need to count the decibels on your scope to actually tally up the distance in bullet drop. I like doing that in first-person shooter games. It makes it feel realistic. Battlefield 3 does that, and Battlefield 3, well, not only Battlefield 3, I should say Battlefield 4 has probably the worst bullet drop you'll ever see on snipers. It's actually pretty bad. So, that's just my opinions on the game. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, remember to drop a like, or comment, or even subscribe if you're feeling that kind of generous. I can't speak English today, so of course, remember to check out all of our channels in the description. Check out mine, of course. I upload Arma 3, or just Arma games, period, and first-person shooters. That is my style. You're not here for my intro video. That was already a thing. Again, sorry for not uploading within the past 2 weeks, because I was on break for the holiday, but we'll see. It has to come. And next week probably won't be a Battlefield 3 one, because I'll take a break from it in case you guys didn't like it. But see you guys next time.